All right, so today we're going to kind of talk about Loopring. It's not one that I have. It's not one that I'm at this point thinking about buying, but we're going to look at it. A lot of people talk a lot about it. I've heard people not liking it, and I've heard people really being excited about what's going on. So let's look at it. So I'm looking at the Loopring page in the About section, and this is quite a bit, so I hope you can stick with me. All right. Loopring builds protocols, infrastructure, and user-facing products for the future of finance. We believe the future is built on Ethereum, especially on Layer 2. Users of decentralized finance, DeFi, need to not choose between security and performance. Loopring's L2 provides a low-fee, high-speed platform for trading, swapping, liquidity providing, and payments without sacrificing Ethereum security at all. We envision a digital economy where the users are empowered and always in control of their assets. Loopring has succeeded in proving that non-custodial technology can replicate custodial alternatives in speed, cost, and experience. We have made DEXs as performant as CEXs and will outcompete incumbent fintech. Loopring's objective is to design and engineer the best-in-class ZK rollup exchange and payment protocol on Ethereum and to operate products that bring it to users across the world. Now we're going to go into security because that's a pretty big deal. The security and sovereignty of users' assets is Loopring's top priority. Well, it's their priority too, apparently. We deployed the first ZK rollup protocol on Ethereum, the most secure scaling mechanism the industry knows of. I'm not saying that, but they are. Whereby users can access their assets in all circumstances. On Loopring protocol exchange and payment applications simply cannot be evil. No person, company, nor state can come between a user and their Ethereum-based assets. Loopring inherits 100% Ethereum-level security guarantee. Loopring protocol does not rely on any external validators, consensus, or crypto-economic assumptions, only Ethereum and zero-knowledge cryptography. All actions are correct by construction or simply cannot happen. Exchange operators are constrained to purely protocol-described behavior. All right, so this is where it's talking about businesses and how it's great for businesses. Loopring protocol is a business best friend. Control is a liability for centralized crypto exchanges. The stress and fear of being hacked is immense. Agreed. So is the regulatory burden. Loopring protocol ensures that an exchange or payment application simply cannot access or lose user assets, and without control of users' assets, exchanges may also shred some regulatory burden. Using an open source audited cryptographically sound Ethereum protocol means less time and money spent on security and compliance, and more growing your business. If you do not use Loopring protocol to power your exchange, you can still use the payment functionality as a fast, gas-free lane for users to deposit and withdraw Ethereum-based assets. Augment the experience for users while dramatically reducing your gas fees. No extra tooling required. Well, that sounds interesting. Okay, so here's the performance. We need to know if it performs. Of course, this is what they're saying. Loopring solves scalability without compromising Ethereum security. Approximately 1,000% or 1,000x of Ethereum, or as high as 2,025 trades per second. Sounds impressive. The cost per transaction is reduced to as little as 100th of a cost of Ethereum, with trades and transfers costing fractions of a cent. Love it. The Loopring, we expect non-custodial exchanges and payment apps to continue out-competing and displacing centralized ones. Ethereum has become so popular and heavily used that it exists in a near permanent state of congestion. The spacing thing's killing me. Where users face absurdly high fees and long delays, Layer 2 presents a less congested fast lane where users transact gas-free and without delay, yet completely coupled to Ethereum security and users' POV. It just works, with blockchain UX problems abstracted. Loopring's performance is sufficient for algorithmic traders and makers to deploy legacy-style HFT strategies on DEXs for the first time. All right. Loopring began 2017, so they're not anything new. I mean, Loopring protocol is open source. I most definitely prefer open source personally. At least we have some idea what's going on, if you can read the code. It's a collection of Ethereum smart contracts, ZK circuits, which describe how to build high secure, high scalability, order book-based DEXs, AMMs, and payment apps. It was the first rollup protocol deployed on Ethereum and has led to the ecosystem into an era of Layer 2 scaling, L2. I automatically went to L2 when seeing Layer 2. The current protocol version, V3.8, is the 5th deployed version. I really hoping to get you guys some information so you guys don't have to sit here and listen to me read a whole bunch. Layer 2 is the next level, so I'm really hoping for the best for this. There's other things that's going for it that we'd like to talk about. Gas fees. That's something that I always try to steer clear of, which they're trying to ease. All right. We already read that sell up to 2,025 trades per second. We already kind of saw the settlement cost per trade is roughly 450 to 800 gas on layer 1, which is 0.15% to 0.3%. They've had Baderlick's post on Rollup, which is the Ethereum guy, in case you didn't know. This goes into quite a bit of information. I most definitely recommend if you Want to learn more about it to go through all that. This was found on the, as I said, the Loopring website under protocol. Tokenomics. Loopring protocol fees. Okay, so here we go. Yeah. Protocol fees from transaction volume economic activities on Loopring Layer 2 and are also distributed on L2. The initial protocol fee parameter will be set at 20% of the L2 transaction fee, with the current relayer setting. This means 2 BPS for AMM swaps between 0.8 BPS and 4.6 BPS. Let's talk about that percentage. For the order book trades and 1 cent for transfers. The protocol fees are paid to 3 types of participants: liquidity providers, insurers, Loopring DAO, in an 80-10-10 proportion, respectively. So I believe that's 80% liquidity providers, 10% insurers, and 10% Loopring DAO. Protocol fees accrued in the tokens other than LRC and Ethereum will be sold on our L2 for LRC, and Ethereum, Loopring, or Ethereum. All protocol fees are distributed in LRC and or Ethereum. Protocol fees will be paid on a monthly basis. Changes to the parameters in the future will go through a forthcoming Loopring DAO. So I believe that's a good thing, just my opinion. Okay. Loopring stakers who locked up tokens for a minimum of 90 days. The new token rewards LRC holders will use their assets productively for the good of the platform, will be used to incentivize behavior to help the entire protocol. All right, so this is the 80-10-10. Users who put 10% to insurers who put capital in a safety insurance fund. The DAO decides how to spend the funds, buyback and burns, protocol, loss and protection, further liquidity, incentives, grants, etc. So it's quite a bit of information. Obviously, these are the depicts on the protocol fees, L2 transaction types. We got L2 transfer, AM, swap, stable, coin, order book, normal order book. You can see that L2 right here has 80% and 20% protocol fee. You can see where the majority of all this is kind of sorted out. So I'm going to go through this part. 8% of the protocol fee goes to LPs in AM pools and to makers of on order book pairs. At least half the amount goes to RC related trading pools and pairs. Loopring recently announced L2 liquidity mining, and second round of which is currently live is the liquidity mining mechanism that protocol fees will be paid to liquidity providers. So it will be interesting to watch the first DAO for ZK rollup protocol take shape. L2 present many possibilities for DAOs, but also challenges. The DAO will control and govern several parameters, such as the distributing portions of protocol fees to different participants, what it does with its portion of the funds, the protocol fee percentage between 5 to 20% of relayer fee, insurance fund covered event triggers. So, once again, protocol for scalable, secure exchanges and payments. Loopring builds a non-custodial, high-performance products atop of Layer 2 protocol, including Loopring Wallet, a mobile Ethereum smart wallet. That's right, mobile Ethereum smart wallet. Loopring Wallet, Ethereum smart wallet. And Loopring exchange order book and AMA with no gas fees. So, now that we're through that part, hopefully you guys were able to stay through some of this. So we look at this and we got NFTs. Another Loopring smart wallet update. NFTs are now available on iOS. You got a few things going through here. Freedom at your fingertips. Here's wearable NFT competition is kicking off just in 12 hours. Of course, that was the 14th. So that's about what's going on in their Twitter. So here's some news that you probably already know. GameStop NFT market powered by Loopring Layer 2. We're thrilled to see that GameStop NFT marketplace has taken off first steps to welcome users. In order to return the power to the players, which is the logo kind of like saying for GameStop, assets needs to be fast, cheap, and secure for the masses. GameStop, in partnership with Loopring, has the opportunity to cement itself in the forefront of the new paradigm and become the destination for global digital economies. So GameStop's a huge thing with a bunch of stock buyers, GameStop, AMC, and the fact that they're doing this with Loopring makes it very attractive for most buyers. I mean, most people would say that this is a huge game changer. GameStop's getting into the NFTs, and here's Loopring with them. So it'll be interesting to see what NFTs I guess it's beta right now. All right. So let's look at the money, the price. We look at it and it's 89 cents at the time of this recording. Ranked 77. It's pretty high up there, which I would expect it to be. So the total supply right here, which isn't checked, circulating jet, which is a verified data. So the circulating supply is 1.33 billion. Their mat supply and total supply is trillion. A trillion. Okay, mat supply $1,374,513,896, and their total supply is 1,373,873 873,440. So I feel like that's pretty fair. I mean, if you look at how much we just printed off, that's what we printed off is in the trillions, and this only has what, a billion, less than 2 billion. No, trillion. Get my decimals messed up. All right, so no, that's billion, right? Yep. So that's fair. That's nowhere near what we have in our currency right now, dollars. If you look at the all, you can see a lot of spikes, and they survived all this red. People still feel confident in the position, and everything's going. Good. Obviously, everything's dropped since, was that the first? Yeah, this year's been killing all the markets, stocks and crypto. So, not really concerned about the drop right now. I feel like now is a great opportunity, not financial advice, do your own research. Just trying to cover the basics of this, and I most definitely am not the expert on Loopring. So, Loopring price estimates. I don't think he'll give me information. Not really. All right. So, most definitely looks pretty good. 90 cents when it has less. It has a lot less total supply than the U.S. economy. So, the fact that it's less than $1 with all that is incredible. The fact that they're teaming up with one of the biggest stocks, or I shouldn't say biggest stocks right now, but most has huge popularity, GameStop, for NFTs, which NFTs are huge right now too. I mean, there's a lot of reason to be interested in this. So, should I be buying? What do you think? Do you have a position with them, or do you have any Loopring? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to hearing everything you guys got to say, and let me know how much I should be loving this. Thank you.